Gentlemen, stop being her emotional tampon.
Women are going to always search for an emotional safe space or an emotional crutch, if you will. They are going to find a guy, whether it be a guy that they were in a relationship with at one point, the guy's still all about her, which you should never be.
Yeah.
Maybe a friend, someone that they were emotionally connected with at one point.
Exactly.
And they're going to use them almost as a safe space to justify their actions they're taking, right? You see this a lot today.
Yeah, this is very common today, guys. You'll see girls, especially like party girls, going out on weekends. They'll have kind of one guy who's maybe more of like a beta guy that's a safe space that they can hang out with during the weeks. He'll give her back massages, cook her dinner, all while she goes out with her friends on weekends, doing cocaine with, other guys, sleeping around, having threesomes. And then she likes to have this one solid base she can go back to kind of feel good about herself, honestly.
They always need an emotional reassurance.
Exactly.
And you guys need to understand that and not be that emotional reassurance, because it's just going to end in disappointment and heartbreak and whatever else that's not going to be suiting your lifestyle and what you want for yourself.
A lot of guys, fall victim to this today. They'll definitely, they don't have a lot of options, or they're just lazy simply, and they'll put all their eggs in one basket with one girl and just allow themselves to be put in this position.
And so we're going to go over, a specific example.
Yeah, specific example.
And then ways to combat it.
Yeah, we'll give some ways to combat it, guys, so we'll go and jump into the video.
Alright guys, so before we get into the ways you're kind of combating it, if you will, right? Like Luke likes to say, I'm going to go into a specific example that kind of happened to me. So this is kind of how it works, right? I was seeing a girl, on and off, we liked each other, but not enough for a relationship. She didn't deem it was enough for a relationship, or she didn't see me as a high enough valued male to be the primary focus of her hypergamous nature. So when it comes to hypergamy, the woman's going to try and lock down the highest value target. So she thought she could do better, but she wanted that safety net. She wanted that reassurance for her actions.
They always want that reassurance.
So what she was doing, she's going out, exactly what we said in the first part, right? Sleeping around, doing this, and just would always come back. So what you need to do as a guy is to recognize these things and not fall victim, like I did.
Yep. Alright guys, so we've kind of gone over specific examples of how women do this. Now, normally we recommend you just kind of 86er and move on.
That would be, that would be
like,
that's what I would do now, is because I've been able to recognize it, and I'm like, okay, that's a wrap.
Just wasting our time, So this will be kind of for you stubborn guys, or guys that kind of understand the situation, have your wits about you, but still want to keep her as an option. So we'll jump into part number 1. That's going to be recognize the situation. So essentially, you want to recognize these red flags early on as possible. So if you notice she's going out a lot with her friends, maybe she's flaking on you.
Putting you second.
Exactly, or maybe not even putting out sexually. Maybe she just wants to come over and vent to you. You need to recognize early on so you can act.
She's coming over for that back massage, guys.
Exactly.
And that's really all she's coming over for, besides that that mental boost, that hype man. You're like the hype man.
She wants that safe space, and she wants that that dopamine hit of when you're feeding her all these positive emotions, and she wants to have someone to vent her emotions to. Number 2 here, we're gonna go on another tactic to employ to kind of put the game back in your favor. So that would essentially be employing either like a pull away or disappear for a couple days. Essentially, don't be available to her. So I think a lot of times guys fall into this trap, especially with girls like this, where they're just super available to them and they're always there when they want to hang out. So when you employ oh sorry, I'm busy, or maybe you're just flaky on her too, she'll kind of subconsciously get that fear of missing out, or she'll recognize that you're losing interest and kind of try to fight to get your attention back.
They'll always be number 1 if you make them number 2. How about that?
Exactly.
Right? That's what it comes down to. I think, like we've told before, real alpha will just move on to the next woman, and there will not be a shortage. Dreading on a woman is never worth the mental or emotional energy.
Yeah. Let her figure out why she's not, putting you first. It's not your problem. Just move on.
Okay, guys. So the third step, the final step, is probably the most important. Maintain the frame. Always have the frame control. If you ever ended up in this situation where you have to be like, oh, what's step 1, 2, 3, you kind of already lost frame control.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why we say, again, just an 86er.
Yeah,
but for the stubborn guys,
get
frame control back, right? And
exactly.
you do that by putting her last, right? I feel like that would be the best. Make her come around to you, not you go around her.
Make her chase you, not the other way around. And if she's not doing that, move on. So that concludes the video. You know, we gave you a solid example of what these kind of girls employ. I know Joey shared some experience there. So definitely take these to heart, guys, and keep on your toes when, you know, vetting these type of women.
Until next time, guys.
Peace.